Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, Raphael. How are you?
How you doing?
Okay.
Okay, good. I have some few questions to ask you. You're a doctor, I guess.
Yeah.
Conversation. Yeah. I want to all know if do you feel there's a cure, any cure for asthma?
Oh, asthma is more like a allergy condition that kind of uh, brought in
Well,
with.
sorry to cut you off, but it's hereditary too, right?
Yeah,
You could inherit it. That is chronic asthma.
yeah, yeah. Because
When your respiratory tract is blocked and all that.
yeah, because
Do,
what
do,
happens
do you have
is
anything?
you produce
Uh-huh.
agents within yourself because of the inheritance of immunity and all that. You produce those agents that kind of produce secretions and then irritate the bronchi and they go into spasm, like that's why they feel so tight and they cannot get the secretions out and all that. Okay, so that can happen because you are exposed to something that you are allergic to, kind of, and then you can reverse that. We take the agent away, we give the medications for the vasodilation of the bronchodilation of the respiratory tree, then you feel that is all opened up and you can get the secretions out and you have more oxygen going in. That's how you get the relief. So we have agents that we give them to bronchodilate and all that. But that have, you can have asthma very early in the age for a few years when you are a child, and then it can later on subside when you're a young man and then come back in the middle age like a 30s and 40s. That is a bimodal presentation of the asthma that could be there.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah.
So what I was trying to know, you very, very right, and thank you very much for that. But I was gonna know if there's like any solid cue, like maybe if it's gonna be by opening the respiratory tract and sucking out
Yeah.
maybe the
The-
unsucked mucus in there, and
Yeah, there are
oh,
medications that you can inhale, and they call mucolytic agents, and they go and then they kind of break up that mucus and they make it come out. And also, there are respiratory breathing exercises that you could do that will help you to absorb more oxygen, get more carbon dioxide out. That is there too. And also, this bronchodilators, the inhalers that we give, and when they do that, that can go there. And most importantly, look at the weather. Anything that is precipitating you, that's quite common. The polluted weather, the infection weather, and all that, they can aggravate this tendency to the like my wife, she was in India, in that particular city, very high pollution of the air, right? And she used to have this cough and congestion and asthma like attacks. But then when she came to United States, all that is gone.
oh, I could see then the weather is
Yeah,
among the problem.
very
That is
much
very,
true.
very true.
Yeah,
That is
right now.
really true.
Yeah,
And
you see, most
so,
in Pennsylvania, for example, they have these petroleum pumps, right? They were drilling them, all the, and then they left them, some of them, but they're still emitting methane, which cannot be seen by with naked eye. They have this camera which costs 100,000. They could, with that they could see the methane coming out of those valves, old valves and all that. So that is really what is happening. A lot of air pollution is going on. So
yeah,
lot of my
that is
patients,
nice.
yeah, lot of my patients
So,
are having the problem. Yeah.
yeah, I'm still having a timeout soon. You made a prescription of a medication. I
Mm.
don't know if you could text that to me because I
Oh,
didn't get it
no,
real
I
clear.
don't practice medicine over the internet because we are only with one state, right? So we are not supposed to give prescriptions like that. I come here just to help people
Uh,
understand and change their
oh,
lifestyle.
okay.
Yeah,
I understand.
yeah.
That is all right. Thank you very much, though.
Okay.
It's really, really nice being here.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's asthma is something really uh, distressing for people, right? So they suffer a lot. I used to see an old man when I was growing up. This old man was in front of my house, in the other house, and he used to get up in the morning and he used to come to the front of it, and then he tried to cough, 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 cough all the phlegm out. At that time, I was a child. I was just in the high school or so. But later on, as I became a doctor, I understood what happens in asthma is they form this mucus quite a lot, but then they're dehydrated too. So they cannot really, get those plugs of mucus out, but they get harder and harder because of the lack of hydration, and then they lodge in the bronchioles and the terminal bronchioles because of the edge of the bronchial tree, and they have to get it out because they get the impulse, but it doesn't come. They are called pearls of Laennec. A scientist Laennec, he discovered them. So nowadays, what we do is we give bronchodilation or namasaline inhalation so that the water reaches those plugs and then kind of makes them liquefy so that they can come out better. Any pollution, anything, dehydration, any infection, all these things can aggravate. That's why, if you take major cities, they're suffering with a lot of pollution, and then they cannot really breathe normally. They have to go inside, and then some people really use the special masks on that. Uh, United government, states government, US government here, they have one service in the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. They have this service where they take samples of air throughout the country and then issue warnings. If it's really bad for you, if you're asthmatic, if you are a COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, if you go out and work in, humid weather or very cold weather, that's not good for you. So they take the samples of the air and then issue labels like a red, green, yellow. If it is red, don't go out and work. If it is yellow, you may do it for a while, come back. But if green, you can go and work outside. So that kind of warnings are there about the quality of your air in your neighborhood. So there's a website is epa.gov/air now, AIR now, and every day I think they update that. And I used to recommend to my patients who are having these respiratory illnesses, and I used to tell them be careful about that and be aware of what is happening in the environment, because you may not see it, but your weather is not good enough. And also, you all know that I teach deep breathing exercise from yoga. It's called pranayama. So what it is you understand how deep breathing helps you in so many ways. It does help you with the respiratory function. It does help you with energy. It does help you with mental activity, not running too fast. So learn that. Come and visit my morning routine where I'll be showing some of these exercises of with the breath. And if you learn to how to be doing diaphragmatic breathing and sitting tall and taking deep breath, letting the diaphragm go down by, you will see that by abdominal wall coming up when you take deep breath, right? And also learn to hold the breath for a while, slowly, progressively. Don't hold it all of a sudden, but maybe a few seconds a day, and then increase that. And then when you breathe out, make sure the abdomen is going towards the spine and pushing the diaphragm up so that most of the air comes out. So that kind of recruiting lot of alveoli at the terminal bronchioli really helps the efficiency of this gas exchange of carbon dioxide going out onto the air and oxygen coming into the, and that also having this green leafy foliage or trees around you is very important to have rich oxygen content of the air. Okay, so there are so many things going on with that. Okay, people don't care about caring for the environment, but this, and also they don't like, there's like a trees around, sometimes they chop them off. So that started happening all over the world, and that's a big problem, right? So if you are asthmatic, if you are a COPD, always keep a bronchodilator inhaler with you. Try to look at the weather and know whether it is good or not. Check that website I told you about, and then do the deep breathing exercises, maybe in the morning, afternoon, in the evening. Okay, that will help you in so many ways. Okay, I'm glad I was able to give some some indications to Rafael. Hopefully, he can use them. See, the asthma inhalers are also many times are available without prescription in the pharmacy because they are considered more like an important emergency drug. So you can check with your local pharmacy also, and you can get those bronchodilators and also corticosteroids and all. It depends about severity of it, and also you should really have your uh, pulmonary function test (PFTs) done and establish where your breathing status is with your doctor, and then accordingly they will give you inhalers what you need. You don't have to take steroid inhalers all the time because they can cause so many problems, right? But you may be at a stage where you will be needing that, but that has to be done not online like this, but examining you, doing some tests, and knowing your smoking habits or not. All those things come into play. Okay, so see your doctor, Rafael, and then get the prescription, and then go to the pharmacy and keep it ready for you. Even if you don't require now, suppose you go to a park and then you inhale a lot of polluted air, for example, you can have your asthma come on and then can give you real distress there. Okay, having that inhaler in your pocket, you can immediately use that. Okay? You know that already. I'm just reiterating the fact, but many asthmatics forget their inhaler at home or in the car. I have seen that. That's why I'm warning them about that. Okay, so who else is here? Anybody want to come up? And I'll be happy to engage you in whatever you want to talk about, anything. I was having a good day today because I was getting some PDFs ready. In case somebody comes tomorrow, I can give them the assessment and I can give them some, data that they can use to assess themselves where they are in the spectrum of holistic health. That's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, 10 o'clock Central. Um, I had a lot of happiness when I'm compiling them. And they will be going a long way for them to establish their wellness journey. So otherwise, it's a day of really spending with the family, and then we are home mostly today because of the cold weather. You know, but in the house it is quite warm and nice, so we could do everything. That itself really nice. So and we had the company of the kid and also my wife, and they were making some goodies with cashew nuts. Cashew nuts I like very much, so that was very nice. So we were enjoying that. There are so many ways cashew is used in Indian cuisine. So you can use them just roasted with some chili powder and the salt, or you can use them in like a milk out of that, and also they can spice it up with other curries and all that. So many ways they use them. So I like to eat cashews with my tea, that has some spice in it, and we were enjoying that in the evening. So Tell me if you have any thing that you want to talk to me about. Come up and ask me. Then I will feel happy to share whatever information I can do. Okay. Um, I was with the other friends who are uh, on different rooms today. That was nice. But I was not able to be there for a long time. But then, yeah, a few minutes and all that. And at the same time, there is something of an old program has come on the beautiful music from India. So me and my wife, we were enjoying that music. And then after that hour is done, then I thought I'll spend some time with you. So I came here. So see, lot of health problems don't have to be addressed when they warn you, when they become real serious issue. That is too late. Having so much of scientific knowledge and having so much of um, lifestyles of the yesteryear, where they were really focusing on the equilibrium of our metabolism, that is disturbed by our modern lifestyles quite a lot, and that people are not in charge to catch that. For example, you are using processed food and eating all the time, it's going to affect your health. Okay, that's everybody knows, but still they will eat now, later on will say that's kind of uh, the industry, the restaurant industry, the food industry, the advertisements and all that. They don't tell you that processed food is going to harm your uh, health, right? And you also don't have the awareness and really intention to eat healthy all the time. But that can grow into something really bad for your health. That's there. But I don't think even with all the knowledge, all the awareness, people are still making mistakes about lifestyles. So if you want to change your lifestyles, you got to look at what the effect of these current lifestyles that you have on your body. So you kind of assess your weight, your other things, and also your cellular metabolic health. Okay, that's where the vehicle is disturbed usually. And for that, you need to be really aware and knowledgeable about how to assess your health physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and all that, right? So that I call a holistic wellness. It's not just only one part of it, all part of it. Once you understand how the equilibrium gets disturbed because of our lifestyles, you have to unlearn that. That takes time. And then you have to continue a good lifestyle. That takes time. Meanwhile, people have so much pressure about adopting certain lifestyles. It could be bad eating, or it could be more sedentary activity, or it could be not sleeping rightly and have all this nightlife, all this shift work, and all that disturbs people's sleep quite a bit, right? And also, biggest thing is people have no idea how to calm their mind. Many, I'm not saying everybody, many don't have an idea and also don't think. And also, they kind of stimulate their mind with so much unnecessary information and not really developing the capacity to be focused, right? There are problems too, but then generally, even people who don't have ADHD or any of the things that we know of, they kind of with the phone all the time, with the data all the time, and that is not really important. So I focus on that. I focus on how to protect the mind and how to make it a effective tool of ours. Okay, don't be ruled by that. You remember the old saying? They say, mind can be your best friend, or mind can be your worst enemy. What do they mean by that? It's not you have to put in any drugs or any poisons into the mind. The way you think, the amount of thing you do, and the few times you really attempt to calm your mind and sit quietly. I don't know anybody who promotes that as a lifestyle, but that is way it should be. Like you go to the office and work for some time and then calm down. Okay, then you will be much more focused, much more effective with your thought, with your emotions, and all that. Okay, don't you think so? So I do practice that being in awareness and using thought intentionally. That means I'm not handling so many thoughts at the same time. I have something I need to do. I use relevant thoughts, but don't allow my mind go all over. Modern people think that is development. No, they're making a mistake because if you want to allow your uh, presence, your here and now attitude, and then enjoy the life, and then use thought when you are reading, writing, or doing something that you need to do with the thought. But if you move your body and then keep the mind silent, that could be a very healthy thing. And then when you are using something, you doing something, you use the thought intentionally, consciously. That is the healthy way to be. Be in silent, thoughtless awareness, and then use the thought. I said very simply, but it's very tough. A lot of people don't know how to be quiet even for a few minutes, even if they try. Okay, so some people want to drink because they think all their inhibitions are gone and they'll be not bothered by so many thoughts going on in their mind. Simple thing. Whatever you do it. Use the thought for that, and afterwards, be quiet. If you can really practice be quiet as much as you talk, I think you will be very well off. Okay, so that's an area I do focus because ancient systems focused on the silent mind, focused on the significance of reviving our mind in deep sleep, and also not carrying so many things, not clinging on to the memories, clinging on to the so many insults, thought, whatever the negativity that goes on in the life. So, uh, stopping and stilling the mind is the essence of yoga. Then what happens is your inner essence comes out. Otherwise, your consciousness comes through your thoughts. And then you go on thinking, thinking, thinking. And that is overactivity of the mind, which is not good for your health in any case. Okay. So at least think about it and understand what I'm talking about. So if you get up in the morning and you are not in touch with the nature, you are not in touch with the life around you, and you go on just living in your mind, thinking about things and all the time, that has become the norm in the modern society. I think that is uh, very deleterious to us, to our minds, to our thoughts in general, to general mental health and all that. Okay, you can enjoy that quietude, the serenity, the peace of not having so many thoughts, just by understanding this principle that when I get up, I'm aware. Let me stay there for a while, and then don't let my thoughts form a network on their own. And then when I go to work, I will be attentive, use minimal thoughts, and then what is required for that, and then one task at a time, not multitasking, one task at a time. And then at the end of it, you are not really tired by your own thoughts, and you are not drained of your energy because you spend it on all the thoughts. Okay, so that's an important thing. Okay, I'm going to talk more about it tomorrow, how to really cultivate that kind of lifestyle where you are living in mental calmness, quietness, serenity, and stillness. And that's very energetic. There is a something called extending that silence for so much time that they call samadhi. There are so many varieties of this, but basically in samadhi, what happens is you see that figure of Buddha sitting down with his eyes closed and very serene. They can stay there for hours because it's such a invigorating, ecstatic experience without any drugs that you have to take now. Okay, no pain pills, no sedatives, no sleeping pills, none of it. But you can have this beautiful, focused, experience within that itself revives you very much, very very healthy. But nobody tries to find out what they think yoga means. Just do some physical asanas, which is okay. They will give you good physical body, but yoga is about mind. Stilling the mind is the first step, and then touching on that inner essence, and then let it come through. Otherwise, your thoughts will come through, and you'll always be thinking, thinking, thinking. That is the modern problem. Okay, not only they have this tendency to think too much, but also they are stimulated. Modern people are stimulated. You and me and you and everybody, we have devices, we have so many sources of information coming at us, right? How do you deal with it is up to you. So establish what is your purpose, what is that you want to do, and then use only what is relevant to that. You don't have to know everything that's happening everywhere, right? So you may want to know about the weather, you may want to know about the money, the work, or your loved ones. Okay. But every other thing, you may say, I'm interested. Okay. Keep the interest later. First, to do what is important for you, what is most relevant to your life. So I don't watch things all the time, only certain times, and then I don't let the email run me. I run the email. Okay? Like that. Okay. So take care of your mind, otherwise you will pay for it later on. Okay. There are so many mechanisms how all that happens. You don't have to know all that. All you have to know is, how can I enjoy a flower? How can I enjoy a beautiful weather? How can I enjoy a friend coming and talking to me? Not information, but just finding out each other and then spending time together. It doesn't have to be transactional all the time. It can be just because you're concerned about him and he's concerned about you. You're spending time in togetherness. That kind of. So anybody else wants to say anything? I don't want to stay here and go on talking like this. If you have anything you want me to address, I'll be happy to engage with you. Otherwise, I think I don't want to be here just talking for myself. I want to come in service in case somebody has a need for that from me. You know. And also, I want to tell you what is happening tomorrow at 10 o'clock Central. I'm doing this holistic journey to the holistic wellness. Okay, being healthy in body, healthy in mind, healthy in emotional heart, healthy in your spiritual being. It's a big subject. It all depends. It is going to run 10 a.m. to 12, the theory, and 1 hour break. Then 1 to 3 Central Time, where I'm going to do some practical measures of exercise, yoga mainly, and also breathing yoga also, and also how to really understand our mind, and then go from there. Okay. So if anybody needs a link to come to that, I did put it in my profiles everywhere, so you can tap that, or you can send me a DM to me, and then I will. Some people asked for it. I sent it today. So you can join through the link, and I'll be opening around 10 o'clock. Okay. So last chance. Anybody wants to come up, or should I say goodbye? No. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. If you are interested in that, come and see me. I'll see you whenever I can. Thank you.